The issue of abortion has always been very near and dear to the heart of my father. It's a passion of his, a passion that he passed on to me. And out of that passion, he determined to write a book. He wrote a book, Abortion, A Rational Look at an Emotional Issue. And we at Ligonier created a video series, and both the book publisher and Ligonier put on a full court press in promoting this. We called everybody involved in the pro-life movement we could. We tried to get this in as many hands as we could, and it flopped. The book went out of print more quickly than any of my father's books. The video series did miserably, and I'm persuaded that there's a very simple reason for this, actually essentially a twofold reason. One is a hard reality we have to face. The church is full of people who have secured for themselves, for their wives, for their girlfriends, for their daughters, abortions. Even those who have a generic pro-life perspective suffer from that kind of guilt that makes them not want to study on the issue. The other issue is a little bit more understandable, and that's this, that abortion is phenomenally grisly business. Like the doctrine of hell, I think abortion is something you cannot look at too closely for too long, or it will literally drive you mad. When we consider what goes on 3,500 times every day, and we think about the preciousness of little babies and the innocence of these children, you can't look at it too closely. But what we can and should do is push ourselves to look closer and closer and closer, to get into the horror so it stops being merely some important political issue that might influence our vote. This needs to be something that keeps us awake at night. This needs to be something that motivates us every day of the week. This needs to be something that we do need to study on, to be prepared to give an answer for, and to be active about in trying to change the world around.